All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another replay cast. Thank you for purchasing, kind Zyori fans around the world. If you're interested in checking it out, it is available at moonducktv/replaycast. You can find it in the description of this YouTube video. We got another good one here, week number 2, the week of long matches for Zyori replay submitters, and we got another good one here. Looks like this is an AP, no draft to worry about, so we're going to hop right in. We're going to kill this beautiful face cam, and we're going to look at that cutie patootie hippo in a much better location than he was part. You know, also, what the fuck am I doing here with this? Can I change my loadout? How do I get to the
30 seconds
I
to
want
battle.
yes, global and world. Yes. Yes, yeah, no, HUD. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. The familiar woods. Yes. All right, so if I come back here, yes, dirt mall. All right, we've got the familiar words. Now I feel at home, man. This HUD really like encompasses me. All those other hoods suck compared to this one.
The battle begins.
So per usual, no idea who the submitter is. Looks like bounty runes will be one apiece, and we'll see how these lanes settle down. Let's take a look at the names. What do we got? Radiant Side. Ooh, the Tickler. Okay, great name. Logix. Sick. You know, I can just picture this guy sitting there at the World of Warcraft character creation screen. All right, what do I want my name to be? This is a big deal. Can't fuck this up. What are we into? What do we like? Logic. Everybody likes logic. Fuck, logic's taken. Logix. It's available. Logic's in a world of trouble here. It looks like he's juking, he's driving. He might still live, but don't worry. Naglfar is going to chase him down. The Tickler. Come on, Tickler, do something. You got to tickle him. All right, well, Logic survives. Very nice. So it'll be a Lena Ricky dual off lane, and instead of eating tangos, Logic says, dude, I'm just going to book it back home. Fuck early lane experience. I'm walking, baby. Mid lane, we've got Shanman 17. Down bottom, Capybara.Shadow and Slothington. Slothington, the Shadow Demon. A lot of Shadow Demon action today. Looks like some good illusion harass potential. This is a great drow strat. You got 4 ranged heroes. The Tickler for some frontline action, a little bit of peel. I like it, man. You got a lot of good heroes to make illusions with old SD. Look at this guy. Level 1 disruption. That's what I'm talking about. I already like you, Slothington. I like you a lot.
Tonight.
So Logix is back in lane. Oh, God. We're going to need just a sec here. All right, so this is kind of funny. In Colorado, there's this law that whenever a new bar opens, they have to go around and collect signatures to I don't know why the fuck, but every individual is allowed to say, no, we don't want any more booze in our county. So I signed the piece of paper, and it was easier just to sign it than it was to tell her to fuck off. So sorry about that. Let's get back to the game. Hopefully that'll be the end of the interruptions. Oh, what in the fuck? Could you at least hear the doorbell? Was that the good part? Oh, sweet Jesus. So where were we here? Oh yeah, we're talking about the drow strat, talking about how amazing the illusions are for Capybara.Shadow. So, dire side, what do we got here? We got Ares, the Underlord. He's going to be dual offlane with Mr. P, the Lion. Interesting dual offlane. I guess it's not that bad, but a lot of pressure on. You got Atrophy Aura. Can right-click a little bit. You got Disable, so the Firestorm actually does some damage. I could see it. The Wandering Astronaut. Badass name there on the Storm Spirit mid. And then, of course, up top, we've already seen these guys. Naglfar on the Jug and Maul Hammer. Maller Hammer. What a weird fucking name. Maller Hammer. So kind of an interesting lane setup. I guess Dire probably more conventional. Their safe lane is pretty straightforward. The thing is, I would be pretty tempted to just let the Abyssal Underlord go solo here. You know, like TB's kind of scary. Shadow Demon can do some harassment, but at this point, I'd be tempted to rotate if I were the Lion. Head up top and just start stacking and whatnot in the jungle. You know, open up a little more efficiency and put a lot of pressure. Like this Lina Riki lane feels kind of punishable, and I think in a 3v2 they could just dominate it. And Underlord's a beefcake. You know, he can leech, he can kind of farm. Shadow Demon, if he stacks in the jungle, he can certainly disrupt that kind of stuff. But both teams seem pretty happy with the dual lanes. And as of now, it is a break even. Let's go back to last hits here, and looks like Radiant are hanging on to a slight advantage mid lane. Drow Ranger doing well against the Storm Spirit. I think that is maybe expected. She's got a... Oh, well, okay, they'll find the first blood up top on the Venge. Finally, this combo does have a lot of kill potential. There you go. Storm's gonna man her paws. Great. So you don't see Drow mid that often, but I feel like it's not that easy for Storm. I think he has like a slightly better attack animation, but she's got that nasty range, so you can't just run up and drop Remnant. So she should be able to kind of just abuse and harass him. Does have a slight damage advantage with the Precision Aura. And pre-6,
Not this time.
you know, the Silence can be annoying. The Frost Arrows can be annoying for harass. I think it's all right that Drow does okay here. TB down bottom, he's farming pretty nicely. Of course, the Underlord. See, that's the thing. It's like Underlord's not farming. You're not really stopping the TB from farming. So, like, what are you doing? If you're not achieving any of those goals, then you can at least be stacking up here and, like, hard pressuring this Lina. It's hard for just the Venge to go blow for blow the Lina because of the range difference. You know, the Tickler, he's going in. Naglfar. He will survive. So it's looking pretty solid for the Radiant. It looks like Riki is getting the farm up top, so it is like a true support Lina. And again, God, my fucking mouse is broken. Again, she's just going to walk back to the goddamn well. At least she has boots now. It's weird. Like, why did she buy tangos? This is like the second time in 5 minutes she's had to walk home with like a almost full thing of tangos. Chew through them, man. You bought them for a reason. Use them. Slothington. This is a really slow game so far. Everybody is very happy farming. There've been like no rotations, no stacks in the jungle. This is like good old-fashioned 5 years ago, just 2-1-2 Dota. Down bottom, Terrorblade hexed up, the Firestorm doing some damage, but it is not enough for a kill. 2-1-2, baby. 2-1-2, 2-1-2. I wish that was my area code. That's like a, you know, I went to soccer camp. I was on a semi-competitive traveling soccer team in my youth, you know, like U13, U14. I think I quit at U15 or something. Anyway, we had a soccer training camp one summer, and there was another team there, and they're from Philadelphia. They were like city players, and they were like way more badass than all of us. They weren't like better at soccer, but they were just like more mature people. You know, we were more like kind of spoiled rich kids. And they were real obsessed with their area code. The Philadelphia area code is 215, and they would do it with their fingers. They'd go 215, 215, and that was like their team chant. And every time they scored, they would start jumping up and down and yell 215, 215, and like, oh, Ricky's dead. That's good. Good stuff from Dire. Lina, you got this. Come on, baby. Come on, little baby. Yeah, daddy. Jug should have just kept running. I think he actually could have fogged it and lived. This is going to be close. She's not killing the healing ward. In comes Storm. Zip, zap, and it's a kill on Lina the other way. 2 for 1. They lose the Jug, but still good setup for the Dire. Nice rotation there from little Storm Spirit. Definitely worth it, though, giving some space to the Drow Ranger. That's one of the scariest things about Drow Ranger. You know, like, if you put her in the mid and then you rotate for those kills, it's like, well, that was a good rotation, you got the kill, but look how much Drow is outfarming you now. She can knock down this tower so fast. She hits so goddamn hard at level 7. It's like, the opportunity cost of those ganks often make it not worth it for just that one kill, but Ooh, the Tickler stunned up. They've got the Sentry Ward down, but speaking of stunned, the Jug locked down by Lita. Now they're going to go in onto the Mauler. The Mauler hammer. Need to be careful here. Another Sentry down. The Tickler. But yeah, I always just thought that was weird. You know, like since then, I have never met another group of people that were so passionate about their telephone area code. You know, like that's a sick team chant. You're in the pit, you just go 2-1-5. You know, like our team was, we were named after the Italian squad, you know, Juventus. So our coach was this real Italian guy, and he would always, right before we'd start, you know, he'd have the huddle, everybody put their hand in. He'd always say, Juve on 3. 1, 2, 3, Juve. That means youth in Italian. It's like kind of just as gay. All right, we're the youthful team. 1, 2, 3, youth. That's pretty queer if you really think about it. Oh, soccer. Glad I gave that up. It was, dude, I could not play soccer in high school. Honestly, it was like, you know, I remember signing up. I played 8th grade soccer, and it was just awful. I hated it. You spend so much goddamn time sitting on the stupid bus traveling to other schools. All your teammates are juicehead retard jocks. It just wasn't fun. I liked soccer for the camaraderie and kicking the ball around, not waving my dick around trying to show off my muscles. You know, it turned into just a testosterone fest, and I couldn't handle it. And of course, they wouldn't let me play on the girls' team, so I just quit and got into computers. I also used to ride horses back in the day. Around the same time I played soccer. I was quite the athletic young one. I was a competitive horseback rider. I got pictures to prove it, man. I was quite good, too. It's a very female-dominated sport. It's like the inverse esports. It's awesome. And if you're a dude and you win a lot, it's even better. Because you're just like known as the dude that everybody knows, and then all the girls know you. It's nice. But too bad you got to ride horses. That was close. Shadow Demon almost got it. Too bad Slothington was slow. But, you know, you got to fucking ride horses. And after a few years of that, you start to realize, you know, this is fucking expensive and really not that much fun. And it's an assload of dirty, physical, sweaty, gross work. You ever mucked a horse stall? Oh, Drow Ranger, she's a little far forward, loses the duel, and Storm Spirit gets one up on the scoreboard. That's pretty nice. That was much needed, man. Storm's starting to close the gap. This is still a ridiculously slow game. Mr. P, I think you're dead. Disruption, this Shadow Demon. Slothington sets it up. Come on, Tickler, get in there. Terrorblade gets credit for the kill. I mean, riding horses is cool in that, like, man, I'd love to just go ride horses around the mountains. But being, like, a competitive, like, all right, let's prance around and jump over jumps. It's, if you start asking questions like, why are we doing this, man? What's the point? Nobody has a good answer. It's you start to find out that it's just a bunch of sad, lonely people that are trying to fill that empty void in their lives with horses. Because people don't want to hang out with them. And then once you realize that, you're like, God damn it. I want to hang out with people, not horses. I don't like poop. I digress. What's going on in this slow-ass game here? It's, okay, 1,300 net worth lead for the Radiant. It's like, I'm just like waiting for this Drow strat to come online. They can start 5-mana pretty soon here. Logic's swapped. Nice stun on 2. But it matters not. Drop the aggro bench. Drop the aggro bench. There we go. A little close for comfort. Why didn't anybody TP? Ricky had a TP. Come on, man. You could have cleaned it up. All right, well, he's going to clean it up. But still, that was like a tower dive. Drow's TP was on cooldown. Okay, that's excusable. But like, Shadow Demon, why didn't you TP? You could have turned it around. You could have saved Alina. Oh, man, the Tickler. They have a lot of sentry wards down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mr. P, this Lion's gotten a surprising amount of experience in the offlane. I haven't seen a game like this in a while, where it's pretty much like committed 2-1-2. There's been a couple rotations, but this has been a pretty like just static. Most of the lanes have come, or most of the kills have come in the lanes. It's pretty interesting. I feel like the recent metas have been much more around like early fighting, especially with heroes like Venge and Lion. You kind of expect them to rotate a lot more, especially a hero like Lion, right? He hits level 6, you get Finger. That's your opportunity to run around and start finding kills. But this early XP can be good, and for a hero like Lion, getting early farm is actually not that bad. He can do a lot with a well-timed Blink Dagger. Pit Lord using the Dark Rift. Okay. I like the idea. All of a sudden, it's a 4-on-2. Where's the Pit of Malice? Oh, my. He misses it. But don't worry. Slothington still gets stunned up by the Venge, and it will be 6-4. Nice setup there, but an invisible Drow Ranger, the pretty lady. She's got the helm of the Dominator. But she walks right into a Sentry Ward. Oh, my. The pretty lady in the wrong place at the wrong time will fall once more. Now the Tickler. He's going in for the cleanup. They're all low on mana. But I think their low comrade will be just fine. Lion is headed towards the river. And the Tickler will make it back. Very nice. Drow Ranger. Very cocky play right there. When you have a Rikki on your team, you've got to expect they're going to have sentries. And like this Dire team has had a reputation for sentries this game. Slothington with the disruption onto Wandering Astronaut. Still sets up on the Rikki. It's just too much damage. Caught in the Pit of Malice. Followed up by the Magic Missile. Magic Missile. Easy peasy, man. Radiant were farming really well, but this is a tender time. You know, the Drow strat doing really well in the lanes. They're making the most out of this extra damage, but conceding easy deaths like that and not getting anything out of it is brutal. You know, now the Storm's like even with the Drow. Well, Drow, you gotta stay ahead. You gotta get the snowball. It's all about momentum, baby.
Top tower is under attack.
I think the next bump for this Radiant is going to be Dragonlance 1 and Dragonlance 2, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Ooh, looks like they'll get a kill on the Abyssal Pit Lord. That's interesting. Shadow Demon, the hero. Let's take another look. Arlington. So that's 3 stacks.
Dire's top
4
tower
stacks.
is under attack.
Disruption. 5 stacks. Soul Catcher. Wow. Okay, so that's Abyssal Underlord saying, I don't really know what Shadow Demon does. The 1/1/4, dude. Level 7 Shadow Demon is nasty. Well done. Well done indeed. Lion still farming. Not going for the Blink Dagger. Perhaps Force Staff. Hopefully not a Dagon. You know, that used to be one of my favorite things to do back in the Han days. Used to go like Lion mid and just rush Dagon. And then you just run up to people and just boom, boom. 2-shot him. Oh, that's satisfying. It's a really dumb build, and it does not scale. But if the other team does not do that well in the lanes, and you get a couple of early kills, you can really have a lot of fun insta-gibbing people and just powering through. You go Dagon level 1, blink, and then just level up the Dagon on brown boots. And just blink in, just blink, hex, stun, ult, zap, dead. You can do that for half an hour. It doesn't even matter if you lose. It's just still satisfying to fuck somebody's day up like that. Here we go. Oh, the Astronaut. He's in. It's a hex on the Drow Ranger. The finger. Oh, man. The pretty lady's gone to the proctologist, and the prognosis is not good. Ointment will not solve that problem. Vengeful Spirit dies up top, but Logics. Ring around the Rosy. Juggernaut has the Omni, finds the kill. Now the Tickler forced to go into the tricks of the trade. Slothington looking to set up on the Jug, but will not have the follow-up. Drow Ranger is falling apart here, ladies and germs. It is the bad news bear coming for the Drow. Storm getting a lot of space now, level 11, working on his Bloodstone. She does not even have half of a Dragonlance. That is such a core item on her. Now down bottom, Terrorblade. Use the Sunder!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Why didn't he Sunder? Drow might be able to get the turnaround kill. Very nice. They'll go 1 for 1. All right, again.
You die alone.
I'm just going to run it back a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower is
He
under
has
attack.
Sunder. He's got full mana. He gets rooted. That sucks. Sunder. 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 Sunder.
Radiant's
just
bottom
didn't.
tower is under attack.
You got to read your abilities, man. Like, if you don't know, just look at it. There's no mystery. It tells you what to do.
You die alone.
Up top, dust on the Tickler. Nice setup. These supports finally starting to get active. This is a really scary support duo that the Dire have, honestly. Like, Venge Lion with a Jug, a lot of control, a lot of burst damage. You've got minus armor that synergizes with Jug's damage, a ton of magical burst. They've even got the medallion on top. Like, this is just so much kill potential in these 3 heroes alone. And it's great. It means they can make space for the Storm Spirit to farm. Mr. P is going to hang around a little too long. Hits a stun on
Dire's
2.
bottom tower
If
is
his
under
teammates
attack.
didn't leave him high and dry, they could have found a kill there. There's a magic missile. But that's all right. You know, sometimes shit happens. Is he actually going Dagon? He picks up a null tally. Shit, man. I haven't seen Dagon first Lion in a while. I like it, though. Drow Ranger skipping the Dragonlance. Bold, and I think a mistake, but will go into a Shadow Blade. Double damage Storm is about to get nasty. The Tickler gets baited in. Do they have Dust? Storm does not. But the Abyssal Underlord does. Silence number 1. Silence number 2. Storm in trouble. Come on, Abyssal. You got to do something. He body blocks him, and that ain't going to be enough. Hit a Malice. Locks him in, and he will Dark Rift home. Goodbye. What a disaster. Double damage Storm locked down by back-to-back silence. Oh, it's the visual bug. Look at TB. He ain't got a head. He just doesn't look that scary without the helmet. He looks kind of like Darth Vader at the end of Return to the Jedi, you know? You take the helmet off and you realize it's just a sad, withered-up old man under there that's actually really not that scary. For some reason, he's wearing scuba gear above water in space. It doesn't make any sense. He's got weird muscle tone, too. I feel like he moves like an alien, you know? It's a sick visual bug, though. Really gets in the head of enemies. Hopefully they can see it. Drow Ranger. She's got the Shadow Blade. It's a big pickup. Now the Drow strat is going to start to come online. They need to knock down some towers. If they win a fight here, this could be huge. This is the tip of the iceberg. Look at it. 2,500 swinging momentum with a tower and a couple of kills and key items. And now they're going to keep it up. The Tickler, ready to go in. He's tickling. He's halfway to a defusal. That's actually pretty
Dire's
huge.
middle tower
18.
is under attack.
Stun onto Terror Blade. He's just popped the meta. Remember, use your Sunder now. Set up onto the bench. Reflection. Not even a point reflection. Only conjure image. Questionable build. It's worth a value point. Like right now, you could just pop it and run it on this bench, and she's fucking dead. Just go kill her. Their friends aren't coming. But they're going to slow siege it. They'll make more TB illusions and just play it slow and steady. That's cool.
Radiant's middle tower
It's all
is
good.
under attack.
Play it safe.
Dire's
They get
top
the tower.
has fallen.
Trade a little bit of damage on the tier 1 mid, but no biggie. More momentum for the Radiant. Also a big tower kill because it opens up the map a little bit. You know, kind of makes these camps a little bit less accessible. Forces the Dire into a slightly more defensive posture when it's 3-0 in total tower count this early on. I'm liking the Radiant right now. The Abyssal Underlord could possibly fall. He's picked up a 4-staff. Nice support item here, but Drow Ranger, maxed out Frost Arrows. She does not have the damage. Oh, God, that was close.
Money changes hands.
Oh, the backstab was almost enough, man. Noble effort. Ricky Maru looking for the rune. They do not find it. Mr. P does not find the stun either, but now the other way, the Tickler shall be tickled. Lena dropped the hammer. She doesn't have enough mana for the ult, but Lion sure does. Ricky Maru gets popped and Storm zips back. Now the swap. Stun from Venge. It's support on support action in the Dire. Get the better of it once more. 14-9. 2 more kills up on the scoreboard. Both Radiant supports get turned into
Dire's
space
bottom
dust,
tower is under
a.k.a.
attack.
a pile of shit. Drow Ranger, however, split pushing down bottom with that Shadow Blade in tow, level 13. Womping down this tower. No glyph will be deployed. The Dire will let it
Dire's
fall, but
bottom
they are
tower has
hungry.
fallen.
They want some vengeance, and they might just find it. Shan Man, he goes charging in. He bumps into Vengeful Spirit. The pretty ladies give a love tap. She gets off the silence first. Now the Pit of Malice comes. She's rooted, but the auto attacks bring down the Venge. The silence is just too damn much. Now Slothington with the setup onto Ares. Shan Man, he's thinking, maybe, just maybe, can we go for it? No, they'll back up instead. He picks up the Dragonlance back at home, and the Radiants find victory after victory. They shed 2 supports, but they find a tier 2 objective in their stead, holding on to a 3K net worth lead. Well done indeed. Well, let's take a gander. Dragonlance up. Dragonlance up. I like it. Good time to strike. What build is old Yuggy going for? All right. Going to go just standard Battle Fury. I think it's good. I think that's where it's at. Battle Fury Jug is just amazing. I mean, obviously, it's great for a farming tool. It's great for... It's like great if you're ahead so you can get further ahead. It's great if you're behind so that you can recover that lost ground. And he's like one of the few heroes that it's actually a good fighting item, man. Omni Slash with the cleave is... It's nasty. We saw last game, Jug was the hero that brought it back, and I have some faith in this Jug Storm. The Storm hasn't even really come online yet. He's very close to his Bloodstone. And as we've seen many times with supports like this, you know, they've got now a level 2 finger. Lion is going straight for the Aghanims. It is not a Dagon, but he is like 1,000 gold from an Aghanims at 22 minutes. That is ridiculous. Honestly, all of the supports this game are farming pretty well. I guess that's a byproduct of this 2-1-2 that came out with both sides putting a lot of focus just farming in the lanes. No detection for the Drow. He missed the dust, unfortunately. Oh, Ares. You snaky devil. Diffusal Blade also up on Ricky Maru. And old Leaner. Going into the Yules. Oh! Juice Box comes out on the Underlord. He'll die first. Ricky in Tricks of the Trade doing a lot of damage here. Mr. P getting down low. Finds the kill even. The return stun comes out too late. This is a botched fight for the Dire. The Drow Strat coming in true. Utilizing that burst damage very effectively. The silence bar, it's ticking. It's ticking down. Retardo Terrorblade. Bizarro Terrorblade, perhaps. He's picked up that value point reflection now. He has hit level 11. Very nice. He's going to go Manta. That is definitely the build. When you've got the Shadow Demon, it's just illusions on illusions. And shit, man. Drow TB with a Lina support and a Shadow Demon is nasty shit. This is like the window. They're hitting this timing very well. Look at that Juggernaut, dude. He ain't shit. Fight continues. Ares TP's in. He ain't shit either. Why would you TP into a Terrorblade with Metamorphosis? What are you doing? God damn.
Dire's middle tower has
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, easy stuff for the Radiant. I mean, that was just like 3 free kills in a tower. You know? It's like your girlfriend comes home from work and she's like, hey, I didn't ask, but I got you a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. You want it? And you're like, fuck yeah, surprise double cheeseburger? Thanks. That's what this right here, this was a surprise double cheeseburger times 3. Thank you, ma'am. Drow. See, I think you might just want to go for the Hurricane Pike. Even when you're like ahead like this, you're balling. The Hurricane Pike is so good on this hero. And again, this is like a recurring theme in these games. We see a lot of HODs where they've got the right idea, but remembering to actually stack is a whole nother can of worms. I would also be tempted... I mean, I guess Crystallis is good. It just gives you more burst damage. I'm always tempted to go for the Aghanims. Like... I think the always tempting Drow build is Dragonlance, Hurricane Pike, Aghanims, Maelstrom, Mjolnir. Once you get the Maelstrom and Ags, it's pretty insane how much magic damage starts bouncing around. Like, it's amazing for split push. You have some good survivability. Like, the Dragonlance is an incredible value item early on, but part of what makes it good is that it upgrades into a really good, stat-efficient for carry item that gives you a lot of survivability. And it's incredible. Lina will get brought down here. So we'll see if he goes for the Hurricane Pike. I think the early Crystallis is, like, really greedy. You know, at least the Ags gives you a little bit of survivability. With the Force Staff, you know, you've actually got a lot of survivability. Right now, like, also, why would you get Shadow Blade when there's a Ricky on your team? Like, the thing that stagnated your momentum was the invisibility rune when you ran into a Sentry Ward. They've obviously got detection. It's going to be a crux of this game. I think your value is to diversify. By picking up a Shadow Blade, you make their detection more valuable. Like, you almost picked up an Invis rune there. It's a good thing you didn't. Last time, it did more damage than good. When you think about, like, the cost of a Shadow Blade, that's like, what, 70% of an Ags? Ags is also an amazing farming tool. You know, you pick up HOD, you think you're going to be stacking Ancients. splitting arrows, you're farming. Pew, pew, pew. Well, they're relaxing. Radiant going to sit back. They've got a decent lead, but things kind of plateauing. Only one outer tower, and they're giving the Dire some room to recover. Jug now picks up an HOD of his own, so he'll probably start trying to stack some Ancients. I think if you're Radiant, you want to keep this high tempo. Like, Lion's close to an Aghanim's. Fucking kill this bitch! He's pooling unreliable. Punish this shit, dude. This is such a greedy Lion build. It's unreal. And by taking this game more passive and not hunting, not using your Shadow Blade that you picked up to kill people, you're letting him get away with it, man. Mr. P is just like sitting there like Bambo style. Like, look at these fucking retards just letting me farm an Aghanims. This guy is in a lot of trouble. Easy setup for the Lina. Nice stun. Good connect. Storm Spirit comes zipping in, but it's not going to be enough. Almost zips into his death. He gets chunked by the Laguna Blade, but they can't follow up. Oh, man, that is so scary. If you die like that, Bloodstone, just 12 charges cut down immediately. That is brutal. That is the inverse snowball. Jug still not quite in fighting shape. Good that they're pushing towers here. Keeping this high tempo. Jug just gets chunked down. Easy kill, but now Storm zips in. They need to spread out. They need to stay apart. Lina will fall, and Storm will get away with that aggressive play. Ricky now hexed up. Shadow Demon low on mana. Swap back. Ricky will go down. Tricks to the trade. Buys him a little more time. Does he actually get a kill on Venge? Almost, but they pop him. Storm gets the kill immediately as he comes out of Tricks. Well, that's a couple of steps backwards. Where the fuck was Yellow? Why are you four-manning towers? You have a Terrorblade that has Metamorphosis up, who has 4,000 gold and no Manta style. Like, ping him in. Don't push without him. Oh, Jesus. All right, well, they're going to get a freebie on Mr. P. But, like, this is such a crucial time where your power is in 5-man. By taking the Terrorblade out of the fight, you don't... Was he there and just TP'd out at the end? Let me run this back. I got to rewatch this. Was he just not there at all? He doesn't even have a TP. What are you doing, Capybara? All right, so let's just, like, take a look at his positioning here. So, all right. Fight breaks out. They jump on the Underlord. All right, you know, maybe he didn't expect the fight to break out quite like this. He's mid lane. He could... Sick warding here, by the way. This is, like, top-notch. So instead of, like, going up top where they have a 4v5 and they could push, and, like, you could go high ground here. It's 4v5. If this tower falls, there's no glyph. You could literally siege high ground. And instead of walking up, he could be there by now, actually punish this Storm, turn this fight around, shit down Mr. P's throat. Instead, he's not even pushing. If you're split pushing down bottom, he's getting barracks right now. Okay, I'm in. That's cool. You're killing tomatoes and potatoes in the jungle, you ass basket. Come on, man. You got to think about where you are. Where's the puck? Where's it going? You're not even going to where the puck is, man. You're going to where the puck's never gonna be. Fuck. I'm getting triggered, man. This is reminiscent of my pub games. This is like, this game strikes me as like 3.7K. Where you're like, okay, guys, we're dominating. Everybody's doing reasonably well. Like, this Terrorblade's farming he's playing reasonably well. And then you have shit like that where it's like, do you not understand the point of the draft? Do you not understand that Drow Ranger is peaking right now, man? She's tripping balls and peaking off the charts. She's got a goddamn Daedalus. Just fucking tighten the noose while they're weak. This is not UNICEF, man. This is Dota. If they're down, you got to kick them in the groin. You see that wound, you got to throw some salt in it, man. You got to throw sand in their eyes. It's 30 minutes. Get out of the goddamn jungle. What do we got here? He's got a Manta and another orb. Okay. So, like, just like the Sven last game, like, why, just get BOTs. If you want to play like this, more power to you. This is awesome and efficient. 4+1. It's great in pubs, but just get BOTs. At least carry a regular TP. Drow. Oh, almost makes it out.
Life is all a gift.
But, like, again, what is this? You have a Drow strat at 29 minutes, and she's solo up top. Like, why aren't they just 5-manning and pushing?
Middle tower is under attack.
It's infuriating. The Dire team is just getting handed a freebie right now. Let's look at the graph. They're still out farming them. But you can get so much efficiency if this TB just has boots of travel, farms the jungle, and TPs in when the fight starts. That's all you got to do. It's almost better. The fight starts, he's not the one that gets initiated on. It almost guarantees that you can get off meta and do some damage. Uh-oh, Lina. He's caught. Slothington can't save him in time, and now it might cost the Shadow Demon his life. He's trying to go hard onto the Storm Spirit, but he's just dead. Why are they fighting without the Drow? Oh. Guys, you're crumbling. This is one of those classic, like, oh, we're so far ahead, we already won kind of games. That's what it's starting to feel like, and now Dire are getting real momentum. This Jug is recovering. That mountain is turning into a ski slope the other way. Storm is up to 17 Bloodstone charges. This guy's like about to have a Blink Dagger, almost level 16. Venge is going to have a goddamn Desolator. Ricky goes in, big dead. Oh, what a Dark Rift! That was sick. Dude, I have very seldom seen an Underlord actually make a big play. That was cool. Let's run it back. Let's relive that. I was not expecting it. All right, let's take a look here.
Tower is under attack.
Nice 5-man damage onto the tower. When did he actually start casting it?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Big play from Ricky. He actually does an obscene amount of damage here. This Ricky's done a pretty good job. He sees it right away, starts channeling it before the smoke cloud comes out. What a sick getaway. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this hero being in CM. I'm curious how much they're going to tweak him, but it's a pretty cool ultimate to make big plays, you know? I think there is definitely potential for base race scenarios where Underlord is like, oh, hey guys, you want to just like, you know, fuck their throne up right now? Okay. It's like Nymphora on steroids, man. Interesting build here. Storm Spirit, second item, Veil of Discord. There is a lot of physical damage on this Radiant team, so I could see that. With Manta Style already up on 1, I can see why he wouldn't want to go for Orchid at this game, though at the same time, I think Orchid's like a really powerful tool to lock down somebody like Ricky, though he's probably going to get a Manta of his own. It's pretty good. Like, you can jump on Lina, but she's got Yules, and you've got... Yeah, okay. Not a great Orchid game. It's kind of a cool solution. This Venge has gotten so much farm, though. She's like basically a core now. They're going to get another freebie on the Shadow Demon, it looks like. But the Desolator right clicks starting to come into play. Now, Shanman. Oh, guys, come on. You got a 5-man. They're completely split. Terrorblade's trying to 1v1 the Storm Spirit. Drow's down bottom trying to 1v3 the enemy team. I'm not sure if Terrorblade wins this duel. Oh my god, he does. 20 HP. Storm concedes the well played, but now Jug just comes in and shits on him down bottom. This is like a throw among throws. And like, honestly, it's almost luck that Terrorblade wins that fight against Storm. 20 HP. I am hard-pressed to say that was calculated by the Terrorblade, you know? He's just trying to farm. His eyes are closed, and he's hoping for the best. They'll kill the Ricky down bottom. He does get a counter kill on the Venge, but that very easily could have been a complete 5-for-0 sweep. The power of the Drow strat lies in the 5-man. You have Manta Style. You have Shadow Demon with maxed out Disruption. Abuse your advantage. Make illusions. Kill shit. Now look at this. There's 3 dead, and this guy's going to TP in. Shadow Demon's going to come with him. It's a tier 2 tower, guys. Sack it. Wait for your friends to come alive. This is just a feed. You're dead, man. You dead. Can't do shit. You got Metamorphosis, but what are you going to do? You're 1v3? He pops meta. Maybe this will be enough to scare him back, but there's a finger on Lion. Like, there is kill potential here. Why are they running? Lion's like, guys, I got finger. Let's kill him. Guys, I got finger. Let's kill him. And they turn and they're like, okay, wait, maybe we can do this. Where's the Pit of Malice? Where's the pit? Guys, where's the coordination? What are you doing? Lion made the call and then, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Okay, alright, so that was weird. Dire had kill potential there, no doubt. No doubt. What level is Lion? He's level 17. Look how much this thing does, 1,000 damage. TB has 900 HP right now. If they had just all gone in as 3, they could have insta-gibbed him after he popped meta and just GG'd him. Instead, they pussyfoot around with it, and it does not end well. Now Ricky up top, caught by the Storm. Does he have detection? Tricks of the trade come. The Wandering Astronaut will not be able to find this kill, I don't think, unless Ricky fucks up here. And Ricky does not. Okay. Let's take a look at the graph. This game is anyone's for the taking. The Drow strat is, like,
Haste.
they're not peaking anymore, but they're still farming really well. You know, they still have a lead. They still have really scary heroes. Once this Terrorblade has Scotty, which he's not far away from, it's going to be nasty. But then you look at the other side, and you've got a Aghanim's Lion with a level 2 Dagon. Also level 17, so his burst damage is ridiculous. Storm Spirit, well, he's looking at a Lincoln's, I guess. Not a bad item here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Definitely help with some of the survivability
Radiant's
issues. Tier 1
top
tower
tower
up top
is
will
under
probably
attack.
go down, but they're starting to mount the defense. They've used the glyph. Ricky jumps in, tricks of the trade. They drop the Venge. All right, good hold for the Radiant. Shaman in the front line. He's got the Silver Edge now, but he gets jumped on. He's rooted with a Pit of Malefice. Omni Slash brings him down. Now Logix. Not even close, dude. Laguna Blade is just not big enough at this stage. Storm gets dropped to half HP. Will live. Walks through the silence. They'll kill the tower, and now Shadow Demon. He is boned, arenoed. Where is the Terrorblade? Oh, there he is. What's up, bro?
Dire's bottom
Your
tower
team's
is
already
under
dead.
attack.
Oh, God. This Terrorblade is making me rage. He's not even on my team. Lion pops a...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
My blade has tasted better.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is fallen.
This one goes out to you, Terrorblade. May you rest in peace.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Because you know what, buddy? It doesn't matter what you do. Unless you turn this into a
Radiant's
Lincoln's
structures are fortified.
and you regrow a Cerebral Cortex, I think I know what's going to happen at the end of this game. Why don't you have boots of
Radiant's
travel?
top tower is fallen.
Why don't you ever help your team in the 5v5 scenarios? You got to slow your roll, bruh. You got to think about,
Radiant's top barracks are under
where
attack.
are we? Who are we? What are we here to do? You got to think about objectives, man. You ain't gonna be shit if you ain't gonna do shit. Hi, Scotty, up on the Terrorblade. So let's see what he does here.
I'm getting a second wind.
Jesus. Radiant, you had this game.
Stupendous.
Oh, stupendous. Yeah, we're dropping some frames. I think Annie was downloading something. That's weird, man. We did drop like 18K frames. That sucks. I think the local will be okay, though. Oops, I did not mean to do that. All right. Look at the farm disparity, though, dude. Look at this. Nearly 300 last hits on the Terrorblade, 250 on the Drow. They're farming so well, they just can't get on the same page. They just need to, like, group up in 5v5 just, like, 2 more times. Here we go, Dark Rift. All right, he just takes him up top. Dude, that's badass. He baited him into the jungle, and now they just all juke jive. And they're going to go straight for structures. Oh. He's got a TP. Okay, good. TP, good. No TP on the Ricky. They're killing barracks. 3 of the heroes are outside of the base. There's no glyph.
Over here.
Drow gets jumped on.
Radiant's top barracks are under
Storm
attack.
now disrupted, but Jug comes in. It's an Omni Slash on the Drow. Almost gets the kill, but some bad RNG as he jumps back the other way. Now TP in from Lena, swap onto Slothington. But the Proctologist is back in town, and Lena falls again. What kind of a fight was that? Why didn't they defend? Like, he even had a TP scroll. used it after the barracks died. Like, okay, they get the kill online. This Riki is, like, annoying. You know, he's making the best out of this really crummy situation where he's getting kills, like cleanup kills. Venge is going to get left behind. She's silenced into an oblivion. And Storm, they actually reinitiate. Not going to be enough, though.
These are lined with the likes of you.
I think this game is painful because Radiant can still win this. You know what I mean? Like, they have so many tools and so many opportunities. They could have easily won that fight if they were just 5 heroes on the high ground. Like, they no doubt could have done it. This Drow is almost single-handedly making it happen. She's putting a lot of pressure on. Her positioning's been good. But they've given up so much. Like, let's look at the goal graph. And Jesus. From a 12K lead to a 6K, that's an 18K swing. And now, like, you start looking at these items. Jug, Manta, soon to have a goddamn Abyssal. Lion's already been stacked forever. Storm now has a Lincoln, so he's going to be harder to lock down. 18 Bloodstone charges again. And even this guy, Old Underlord. He's gone just great team utility items. Vlad's offering Assault Kuros and a goddamn Force Staff. This is awesome. Like, they're itemized so well now. I also feel like Riki has really done a lot this game, but there's only so much Riki and Drow can do. Storm Spirit jumps in. Needs to be a little careful here. He does have the Underlord with him. A lot of damage coming out on the TB, but they've got friends. Now the stun on the Storm. Remember, the Lincolns.
Here I am.
Lina holds the Laguna. That's good, at least. The whole team's starting to rotate. They do get the kill on the Underlord, so it's a backfire. Very aggressive play from the Dire. It's like the first time we've seen the Radiant actually grouped up as 5. I wish I could see the team chat. They're probably pinging the fuck out of this guy, just like, hey, Terror Blade, please, please. But it looks like he's ready to push. And despite all of their follies, Radiant are good. Like, they can still win a 5v5. The Underlord's dead for 30 seconds. This is high ground. Like, there's a glyph. Honestly, the Lion Aghanims is huge. It's so good at clearing illusions.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Spill
Dire's
tea on my
structures
pants.
are fortified.
Here we go. Glyph popped already. Still 15 seconds on the Underlord. A lot of damage coming into the tower. The illusion harassment doing a lot of work. Omni Slash bouncing around as Riki goes in too deep. Now the fight really begins. The swap back, the finger from Lion. Dire seem to be in good shape, but they will lose the Venge. Laguna now dropped as well. Terrorblade's already used the Sunder. This could be his last life. He won't win this duel with the Jug with the help of the Lion. The Bashes are just too much.
My finest work.
No buybacks used, and Radiant
Middle tower is under
can't
attack.
handle the fight. They're forced back. Why does Drow not have her Dragon Lance? Oh, why didn't you upgrade the Dragon Lance? She's dusted. She's dead, dude. Logics can't do anything. Silence lasts a long time, but still 10 seconds until this Silver Edge comes off cooldown. And there's the Hex on creep, it looks like. Like, honestly, dude, I don't know if you live there if you have the Hurricane Pike, but I think you have a much better chance of living if you just, like, just upgrade this thing. What's the Daedalus doing for you? Such a greedy build from this Drow Ranger. They got the tier 3 tower, but I'm starting to lose hope in this Radiant team, boys and girls. Terrorblade Drow with an SD is scary really late into the game, but Storm is just running around unchecked. They're going to get another free kill on the Lina. Like, what are you doing out there? What are you doing? Your 2 cores are dead. You're not defending the tier 2 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Just fucking get up on the high ground. You gotta ride the bull, baby. I mean, it's easy to see from this perspective. We've all been there in the pub games when you know you're too far forward, but you gotta. Oh, they saved the Tickler. That was a weird Dark Rift.
How the hell did you see me?
Okay, well, Storm still killed him. But that was weird. Why didn't they just stay down bottom and fight? Like, they'll get the tier 2 tower. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. The Radiant are just getting picked apart one at a time. Like, at this rate, this game should be almost over. I think Dire are commanded and conquered. A lot of HOTs this game for the amount of ancients that have been stacked. Shadow Demon will die. Capybara, he's trying to go in. Nice use of the Abyssal. He can't even sunder. And the shit brick falls. Does he ever? Now Shanman trying to go blow for blow with the Storm. He gets off the Suicide. Nicely done. Benj helping things out with the Desolator for the push. Lion has another ultimate up, and he gets juiced. Laguna Blade comes out. Too bad she falls. Drow in the back line. It's a 1v1.
Warned you not to sleep with me.
Shanman with good positioning, doing everything he can in these fights. It's just not enough. The Underlord will get barracks down bottom, and this game is starting to feel pretty damn over.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Maybe Radiant can go for a Hail Mary. I don't know, man. I don't know. You could just try to run for the tier 4s if they win a fight. You never know. With TB Drow, it's possible. With these user-submitted replays, I've kind of found never underestimate the power of the throw. But this is crippling damage. And if we look at the graph, Dire should be happily ahead. Oh, yeah. 16k net worth. Like, it's from 11 to 16 the other way. 27-ish K net worth swing across this game. That's disgusting. That's huge. Storm, even after dying there, committing suicide. 16 charges on the Bloodstone, still with his BOTs up. It's been a good game for him, no doubt. And Juggernaut now with a Butterfly. Drow with good itemization. Saw it coming. Already picked up the MKB. A beacon of light for this Radiant team. Honestly, Shanman, he's been playing pretty well. He got caught too far forward a couple of times, but you never know what the dialogue is in the team. It seems like his team has not been too keen on pushing. Still think you want that fucking Hurricane Pike, though, brah. Well, MKB. We'll see if it works the magic. TB has picked up the BKB. We saw it in the last fight. The 10-second debut. Okay, they get a freebie on the Underlord. What the fuck was going on there? Okay. More Force Staves. I mean, right now, Radiant are in kind of a pickle. And honestly, we might just ×2 this. There's not so much they can do besides just hold their high ground. They need to shove out the lanes and then try to go for a pick-off. It's the only way they'll be able to push. They're really at the behest of the Radiant right now, and BOTs are more important than ever. They still don't have a single pair. But for Drow and Terrorblade, I think those might be the quickly moving in the ranks priority items. And they both got a lot of gold, too. You want to pool for buyback here. It's pretty important. But they're at the point where they can pick up those BOTs. Really important because if you do manage to win a fight or find a pickoff, the BOTs allow you to all of a sudden start split pushing. You know, jump into Roche, all sorts of things. Up top now, we'll see Terrorblade blow for blow with the Storm Spirit. We saw this story last time. We know how it ends. And Storm will make it out. This time just TPing home. But Terrorblade asserts his dominance. He does, however, pop Metamorphosis. Like, at this stage of the game, this is now what your team revolves around. Everything else is secondary. Maybe not everything else, but most things. This is like, with meta, you're winning fights. Without meta, the other team's got to be in a pretty poor position for you to win fights without meta. I'm going to be honest. So for Storm, I think that's a victory. I mean, that doesn't cost him anything but just a BOT cooldown and a little bit of mana. They now have a 100-second window. I mean, look, that was just great bait, mate. They're going to move right into Roche. They've got minus armor out the wazoo, so they're going to kill this Roche super fast, and they know, even if Radiant are privy to what's going on here, they will not contest this without Metamorphosis. Really, really smart. Great warding. The Bermuda Triangle of wards here for the Dire. Deep in enemy territory. They've got another one in the base. Looks like the high ground push is ready to commence. Even an Echo Saber out on the Underlord. Any other big items? Of course, they give the Storm the Aegis. But no, not really. Full Solar Crest, level 5 Dagon out on Lion. Terrorblade now moves into a crit stick. Really no love for the Hurricane Pike on either of these heroes. I'm really surprised. On TB, I feel like it's a little bit less core than Drow, but still. It's a pretty good item. No tier 3. Dire just going to go right for the structures, try to get Megas, cripple this B. Now the fight breaks out. Venge, the one that takes the Laguna Blade, gets down to about half. Jug pretty low as well. Without the Aegis, he will be forced back, but Storm doing a good job repelling the back lines. They'll finish off one of the barracks. They bring down the Lina. Venge going in deep. She will be punished. Meanwhile, on the back line, Ricky and Drow, whoa, they get the Venge and the Lion. Wow, that's my bad. It's a crafty little wraparound. Let's actually relive that moment. I think I might have run it back a little far. But I want to just look at the positioning of the Ricky and the Drow in this fight. So they isolate the Lion back here. That's kind of cool. The Drow's just throwing an arrow. She's going to be the one that kills the Venge. Okay, yeah, I see. Pretty nice from the Ricky, though. You know, he chases him back. He kind of repels the back line, and it breaks up the whole fight. Oh, hello, Toggle. Finally starting to punish this Lion. You know, like, he went for the really greedy build, and it's still a super greedy. He's got no mobility. He's got no Force Staff. He's got no Blink Dagger. He's just raw damage. So if Dire can start off these fights and catch one and then Lion gives somebody, it's amazing. But if he gets jumped on like that for Ricky, he was a complete non-factor. He did nothing. Look how far that Lion is. 15K net worth. Shit, man. Oh, God. Storm walks right into it. This is not the time to die. That's the Aegis down. It goes to waste. Dude, the Dire are in big trouble all of a sudden. Ricky did not have a smoke cloud there, or they probably could have killed him again. Drow with a nice silence, manted off. Now the reinitiation from Storm. There's the electric vortex. Drow in a world of trouble, but they don't have detection. There's the dust. Abyssal Underlord comes walking on in. They drop the Abyssal Blade. Drow Ranger dies. She does, however, have buyback. Megas seem imminent at this point. There is still a glyph for the Radiant. But melee barracks at half HP, no tier 3 towers still standing. There's the buyback. BKB used by KP Barra. He'll stand his ground. He's trying to kill the Jug, but he doesn't have an MKB. It's not working out so well. The Storm will survive. Underlord taking a lot of damage. Jug finally getting low. They get a slurry of kills. Jug has buyback. Underlord does not. That's a godlike streak going to the TB. 4,500 gold. They managed to defend. I don't know why Dire are fighting like that. There's no need to like charge up to the high ground when you don't have all 5 of your heroes with you. So you know you just lost the Aegis. Not a great time to fight. You got teammates dead. Not a great time to fight. On top of that, your teammates don't really have BOTs to get back in the fight. Like Lion could definitely use BOTs at this point. And now they've got a high ground defense. Jug will have to buy back here, I think. Underlord does not have it. He's down for 25. Glyph used right away. Lion might be just gived by Lina here, but no, the other way. Oh, man. She gets hexed, and Lion just destroys her. Now the Terrorblade caught by the Storm. Buyback on the Jug. He wants to find something here to make this worth his while. They had a sentry down, lacking on detection. Now Slothington, maybe the one left behind, still has a Force Staff. Makes it up on the other side. Instant bash onto the Terrorblade. Remember, he does have BKB, still has Sunder. Drow bringing the Jug low. It's a dieback on the Jug. Oh, no. This is all of a sudden looking dark for the Dire squad. Mr. P getting low. Ricky still finishes him off. He had the last defusal charge to get rid of the Ghost Scepter. Venge runs into him. She dies as well. Storm in the enemy base trying to make something happen. He has to go for the structures, get the Megas. You dumb panda. Come on now. Giddy up, Hoss. This is it. He pushes slower than shit. Slothington will be nearby trying to do what he can. Meanwhile, the enemy base, tier 3 tower still standing. They've got a lot of wiggle room, but it's a big Sunder. Brings the Abyssal Underlord low. Enemy barracks still at about half HP. Storm trying to bring it down. The lane of barracks will fall. Now Radiant will have the option to get back. 3 heroes down. Are they going to push for the win? Storm might get Megas, but they could just go tier 4s here. Dire have already used the glyph. There's the Metamorphosis. Storm, you slow bastard. You got to get back, doggy. Come on now, you got to get back. They're going right for the throne. I think Radiant have this. Buy back, Lion. Buy back, you dog. Curse you. Buy back now. BKB used by the Terrorblade. It's too late. It's too late. They're getting low. TB's going all in. They're trying to right-click him. It's a battle. Now the Ricky's here, the Tickler. Lion! Why isn't he biting back? No! Why the fuck did Lion not buy back? He had ult, he had Aghanims, he had Dagon, he had Hex. He could have forced the TB to use the BKB earlier so that he couldn't just push the throne down, or he could have insta-gibbed him with the Hex and burst damage before the BKB was used. They would have had Megas, and then they could have... I don't even know what to say, man. What a ridiculous game. Well, thank you for watching. Oh my god.